Hello and welcome back to
the Zak
and Buzz
Review.
So today we are reviewing Sting,
Sting,
which is a movie that we went to the cinema to watch, and it's all about a giant spider. That's all we know about it in the trailers, and yeah, it was a giant spider movie.
It was. It was kind of very much a, although set in modern times, it kind of felt like a 1950s horror movie in a way.
Okay.
Just the spider, spoiler alert, is kind of from outer space.
Well, kind of. It literally crashes into a doll's house at the beginning of the movie from space. You see it.
I mean, that's kind of one of the
hurtling through the atmosphere.
One of the little gags is that there's this
straight away
big old meteorite burning through the atmosphere, and it turns out to be like the size of a pea when it actually...
Yeah, like a small pebble.
That's it.
And it turns out it's an egg, and the spider crawls out of it, and then crawls through the doll's house.
And this little girl finds it.
Yep.
And she's actually, as you said, the actress who plays the
young Furiosa from Furiosa: A Mad Max Saga, which is another film we went to the cinema to watch, and it's so good.
Do you think that Sting was filmed before?
I don't know, actually. It could have been either way, really. Yeah, I don't know.
We didn't research that. But anyway, yeah, so let's look at it, because we're obviously reviewing this as whether this movie is worth taking a gander at. I've seen a lot of spider movies, I mean, giant eight-legged freaks and all that things.
It's kind of
arachnophobia.
Spider-wise, it's kind of low-sized spider when it comes to giant spider movie territory.
And I'd actually say it's kind of low horror, really. It's kind of thrilling. Yeah. But not. It's not like a gore fest.
Yeah. I get that.
I think, see, it's one of those things. I think if you're a horror fan, but you also are scared of spiders, but you could force yourself to go there, you're probably going to get maximum shock and horror out of it. Yeah. But if you're somebody like me who is, I like spiders. I've had tarantulas crawling over me in film shoots because nobody else wanted to do it and things like that. I like spiders. I will grab a spider in the house and I will make sure it's protected, and I'll look after spiders. And so spiders don't scare me, and so therefore watching this monster spider, it didn't really do anything. I think
to get the most out of it,
monstery,
as you say, you have to be scared of spiders to find it scary.
Yeah, I think that factor was missing for me.
And in this sense, I saw it more as a creature feature. Yeah,
and I'd agree, actually. That's probably a better way of putting this movie.
Yeah.
Rather than a horror movie, it's a creature feature, which has obviously, you know, sort of like suspense and jump scares and things like that. So yeah, I actually think that's a really good. Yeah, it's a creature feature.
It's kind of that
horror movie for people scared of spiders. Yeah. Creature feature for the rest of us.
Yeah, that's very true.
So what did you reckon on it? You know?
Very interesting. It actually reminded me of a movie I haven't actually seen. I just know the premise of it, and that is Critters 3, which is the first film that Leonardo DiCaprio
the good old Critters movies.
Oh, I've only seen the first two, but I think there's a fifth one now. But it's set in a tower block.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies.
There's a lot of films set in tower blocks, but that's the only creature feature that came to mind.
Okay, I'm just thinking off the top of my head straight away. Okay, tower block. So you've got this kind of, what would you call it? Sort of like a micro environment of people with different lifestyles in this.
Well, they're trapped by like a winter storm, like Krampus, aren't they?
Yeah. So you've got other ones like that. Troll. They're in a tower block.
Troll. Which troll?
It's an old.
Oh, the original.
The original troll.
Wow.
Again, tower block. There was one with little flying saucers. That was a tower block one, wasn't it?
Your Skyline.
No, not Skyline. It was like these little flying saucers that.
Not Short Circuit. It was
turned out to be good. A good alien flying saucer.
I know. It's like Short Circuit, but not Short Circuit.
I can't think of the name of it. But what I'm saying is, you do
like spare parts or something.
You do get these ones.
I know it. I mean,
even another one actually. Hardware. Hardware. Again, you get
an isolated location.
You get these movies come up where people are living in apartments in a tower block and something happens, and because they're like, in this instance, the storm is what's trapped them in there. Yeah. But what I've got to say, they've got some bloody big air vents in this place.
Well, I think talking about the air vents, we're vying into this territory that there is a lot of references to other movies in this.
Die Hard.
At moments, you're getting the running through the air vents. That's very much Aliens. You've got
it did.
No spoilers, but you've got the original Terminator in there towards the end.
Yeah.
and numerous other things, and it's very much like it feels like the director or whoever made it has kind of made it as a love letter to those films, to reference them.
Very much.
I like these things. That's why I put them in my movie.
Lots of homages to other things.
Yeah, that's very much.
And that's not bad.
No, of course not.
That's not a bad thing. And if you notice them, then that's good. And if you're maybe not familiar with those movies, then it's all new to you, isn't it? So there you go.
Exactly.
So
for me, I would have probably liked the main girl character to have been a bit more kind of rough and ready.
Okay. For
longer. She was rough and ready for a bit, but then it kind of went. She kind of got pushed to the side a bit for like the dad character in it, for like the final fight, if you will.
Yeah, and for me, in the movie, if you've seen it, and if you haven't, you're obviously going to see this. Another kind of spoiler. She communicates with the actual spider. She whistles at it.
Yes.
And it whistles back.
Good point.
And she says about it being its feeding whistle.
Yeah.
But obviously the spider is from outer space, and I kind of feel that the spider had intelligence. However,
well, it managed to get out of the pot,
got out of the pot and
then
back in
get back in.
And it goes like it hadn't been gone. So it's an intelligent creature, and it's from outer space. And I kind of felt that maybe they could have done a twist on it, being either that they were using that mimicking, that as it got bigger, it could mimic people's voices
and animals.
So like, help me, help me.
They had, I think it was a dog or a cat in a vent.
Yeah.
Going meow, meow. If it was actually revealed that it was the spider doing that, that would have given it kind of an edge.
Yeah, that it was drawing people in because it was mimicking. Or it could have been good if it was a bit of a twist, and actually it wasn't a bad spider. It actually was trying to communicate.
Yeah, it was just nice.
It was just not, but obviously, I don't know. I don't know if it was a bad spider or not, because it seemed to get on with the girl at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, and it did when it got out of the pot. It didn't attack her or anything.
No.
You know? So I kind of like wondered if it was like a lost alien who was trying to go about its business to get back to where it's come from. But anyway, it wasn't. It didn't work out that way.
Yeah, it very much towards the end it is a creature feature.
It is a creature feature.
It never really went in beyond other than revealing it was an alien at the beginning. Yeah. I wasn't sure that was a good decision to like reveal straight away that it's an alien. It could have been left a bit ambiguous maybe. At the end of the movie, had we then seen that shot of Earth and a meteorite coming down, that could have then gone, it's an alien. That's why it's like physical makeup is different.
But it's kind of like if you watch Predator, the original Predator movie, The
Thing, yeah.
The point is there's this thing in the jungle that you don't know what it is. What is this thing that's hunting everybody? But actually, it's kind of like revealed right at the beginning of the movie that it's a space alien.
Well, maybe because we went about the homages, maybe in that sense that is exactly what that is,
kind of
that we've just identified.
To that. So, yeah, so overall, I enjoyed the movie. It was not like a rock your socks off fear fest,
No.
Even in the practical effects weren't gory or anything.
I liked when you saw the close-ups of the spider, but it was very dark.
Yeah, a lot of the and when you saw things like the cat in the air vent and stuff, they were really so fast flashes that you didn't get the opportunity to appreciate the design department's efforts to make it look like it had been had by the spider. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was like...
Well, that was the thing. You questioned whether or not it was actually the cat or the dog.
I thought it was the dog initially.
But I was like, no, the dog's still there.
Yeah.
It's the cat.
There you go. So let's rate this one. Okay, so if we're talking about one being already a poopy creature feature...
Why is it always poo?
I don't know. Well, is it all right? A really sort of like, okay, the local water board has let out the effluents when they shouldn't have done. And
it's still kind of... fecal related, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, I'm trying to think of something else.
Like a spider's web on the window, or is it like a tarantula?
Yeah, I mean, is it like, is it a money spider, scary? Yeah. Or is it a bird-eating spider?
Or a Goliath bird-eating spider?
Gone rampant.
To be honest, if we're talking like giant spider movies, is it my favourite giant spider movie? No, it's not. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. I liked what it did, but it could have done more, and it certainly has sequel potential.
Yeah. Do you think you'll watch it again?
Yeah, I'll probably get it. Yeah. If I find it cheap, I'll get it.
Yeah, so it's one of those ones. There you go. That probably explains it.
Kind of 5.
Yeah, I think
5. Hot midway. I'm kind of indifferent to it.
If you've got nothing better to do, you fancy going and taking a watch on a Saturday afternoon or something, or a Sunday, and you're saying, I don't know what to do with myself, I'm going to go and watch a movie. Yeah, go watch it. It's a bit of fun, you know. Maybe it'd even be more fun if you watched it in 40x, I don't know. But,
it wouldn't be Furiosa, would it?
No, it wouldn't be Furiosa.
What would you rate it out of 10?
Me, I would give it a 5. Just, it's in the middle. It's an enjoyable movie. Yeah. It's not.
It was made well.
It's not pants. It's made well. It's got a lot of homages in, but it isn't like something extra special.
For the more kind of emotional types, it did have that kind of family dynamic in question.
But then again, as I said right at the beginning, for some people, because it's a spider, the subject material is a spider.
Automatic taps into that fear.
Automatic terror. But if you're not scared of spiders...
That's a good name for a film. Automatic Terror.
Automatic Terror, there you go. We copyrighted that. Okay, but
you heard it here first.
So if you I mean, let's face it, when you're doing a horror movie, you want to tap into those inner fears of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to look at those people that are scared of you, who are going to sleep, you know, it's the sleep demon type, it's dream demon kind of thing. Oh, it's spiders, oh, it's snakes, it's whatever. But if you're
Ghosts.
if you're not particularly, supernatural. If you're not particularly scared by those things, then the fear factor is way down.
Exactly.
There you go. So that's our review of Sting.
If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further reviews you'd like to see.
See you in the next one.